I hope you appreciate this, Gaffney.
What?
Being given trolley duty.
It's all right, I suppose.
Keeps you out of the laundry for the better part of the day, doesn't it?
So?
I thought you'd be glad to get away from Smith. Still, if you want to go back, I can always arrange it.
What's Mr. Harrison really like, Miss Bennett?
Don't be insolent.
No, it's just that I've been in and out of this dump for years, and it's the first time I've ever met a real, live, bent screw.
You better mind what you say, Gaffney.
It's true, Miss Bennett. He just took some bets for me. He's going to put them on at the TAB.
Making false accusations against an officer is a criminal offence.
Go ask Loverboy about Fancy Nancy and Paradise Lost in the Third at Kyneton, then.
Oh, yes, what can I do for you?
It's about Mrs. Morris.
Well, Mrs. Morris is sick today. I'll just note your name and record your attendance.
It's Nick Clive. Right, but...
Oh, you're the one responsible for the suicide hoax.
Yes, sir.
Now, look, Mrs. Morris is here to help you, not to be harassed every time you need a bit of attention.
I'm sorry, but...
We're very fortunate that Mrs. Morris gave you a good report. Otherwise, you can be sure this matter would have been investigated by the Welfare Department.
It won't happen again.
Well, see that it doesn't. All right, I've recorded your name. Here we go.
I came to deliver these reports.
Well, these are confidential. Where did you get them?
From home.
What?
Mrs. Morris is sick, so I brought them in for her.
You said home.
That's right. I'm staying with Mr. and Mrs. Morris.
Are you?
How you going, Lizzie? Ready to start taking bets?
Oh, Bea, I don't know if I can do this.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, not everyone can be a book, you know, and I've never done it before. The thought of all that money makes me nervous.
Come on, how long have you been betting?
A good while, I suppose.
Yeah, well, you'll be all right. And besides, everyone knows the bookie never loses.
Ha!
All right, what is wrong with you? You've been walking around looking as sour as Vera all morning.
How do you expect me to look? I don't exactly enjoy getting bashed, you know.
Oh, God, you're not still on about that, are you? Look, I've told you I've got Gaffney under control.
You reckon? She testifies against you in court. She thumps your mates. And the best we can do is not talk to her. Well, big deal. You reckon that's teaching her a lesson?
Listen, you saw the new screw giving her some tobacco, right? Well, if they have got a deal going, we will be able to use her. We can leak false information to the screws whenever we want to.
Yeah, well, what's that got to do with it?
Oh, wake up, Australia. If Margot is running around covered in bruises, the screws aren't going to believe a word she says because it'll be obvious we don't trust her. Now, am I going too fast for you?
Of course not. I know what you're talking about.
Well, hallelujah.
Uh-oh. Here's that funny smell again.
Strange how it keeps coming back, eh?
Okay, Lizzie, got yourself sorted out?
Yeah. I reckon it's going to be easier than I thought.
All right, ladies, place your bets. The new bookie is about to go into business.
I've decided not to go by the odds that are in the paper. I'm making my own odds.
Oh.
Well, you got sure of yourself real fast.
Yeah, it's like Bea said. I've been betting a long time. And now that I've picked me a winner, I reckon I'll do it my way. It's going to be dead easy.
Nice, isn't it? Working together on it gives us a chance to see each other during the day. It just makes work more pleasant.
Yes, it does. It's nice having someone to work with who feels the same way I do about the job.
Hmm?
Well, you know what I mean. So many people feel differently about how the job should be done.
What do you mean?
Well, I've met a few officers who seem to think the rules are a big joke.
Well, we've all worked with them. It's an occupational hazard.
Well, I think it's disgusting. The rules are there for a reason. They should never be ignored.
You know, some of the best officers I know bend the rules occasionally. Sometimes the situation warrants it.
But, Terry,
Look,
it's
Vera,
just...
let's not talk about work now, eh? Actually, I've got to get back. Look, I've packed my toothbrush. All right if I move in tonight?
Yes, of course.
Fine. Well, I'll see you later.
Oh, good morning, Meg. Sorry to disturb you, but this is fairly important. How are you feeling?
Oh, terrible, thank you, but come on in.
Thanks.
Sit down.
Thanks very much. Well, I'll get straight to the point. I've just had a most upsetting meeting with Nick Clark. I felt I had to see you as soon as possible.
Nick, but where did you...
This morning, he came sailing into your office bringing your reports with him.
My reports? But how did...
Well, that's exactly what I asked him. He said he brought them from home. I'm sure you're aware that nobody outside the office should ever see those papers.
Well, of course I am. But I'm sure Nick meant no harm. He was just trying to help.
Look, his motives are not my concern at the moment. But I was amazed to learn that he's actually living here with you.
Well, it's not a permanent arrangement. He had to get out of the place he was living in. There was nowhere else for him to go.
That is entirely beside the point. Look, there is no reason strong enough for involving yourself that closely with a client. What on earth did you think you were doing?
I was helping him. I mean, that's my job, isn't it?
Surely you've had enough experience with prison work to know that it's emotional suicide to get too involved with any one case?
Well, normally I'd agree with you. But in this case, I was giving help where it was urgently needed. There's no personal feelings involved. I was simply helping someone out.
I'm sure you mean that, but please just think. You have other cases that have problems with accommodation, right? So why this boy in particular?
Well, I only thought...
Look, I'm sure your motives were good, but in this instance, I'm afraid you have no choice. The boy must go.
Oh, but he was just...
I'm sorry, that is my final word. Now, look, I've no wish to make an official issue of this. That's why I came by myself this morning. But I must stand on departmental policy. Nick must find somewhere else to live immediately.
Down near the bend and Peppercorn, the leader from Golden Boy and Star Race, are starting to make a race of it. Coming to the turn, 400 to go as they wheel into the straight, and the leader Peppercorn...
Come on, Peppercorn, you can show them how to do it. Tell them what you're made of, boy.
Straight past Golden Boy and is chasing Peppercorn. Peppercorn's still in front, he won't give in.
He can pick your
Star
winner,
Race
Lizzie.
is trying hard, but it's Peppercorn by half.
Well, I'm glad I took your tip. I could use the extra money, huh?
Yeah, and you others better pay up.
Looks like you're going to be real good at this, Lizzie.
Yeah, it'll be nice to be able to place a bet when you want to instead of when someone says you should.
Yeah. And now your bank started to grow, I think maybe you should have some protection, Lizzie. Hey, you two. I got a new job for you. From now on, you are now the official bodyguard of the new bookie. And if anything happens to her or her bank, I'm going to hold you personally responsible. Understood? Well, have you got some sort of problem? Go on. Well, I think it's really official now that you've even got protection, Lizzie. Yeah.
Now.
Oh, here, I'll take that.
Good. There is more.
Oh, look, I'll get it.
Now, wait a minute. Say hello to me first.
Hello.
Hi. Well, look, you relax. I'll go and get the rest of the stuff. I didn't realize I had so much.
Terry, that's no way to treat your uniform. It'll be a mess in the morning.
I just got here and you're nagging already.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, come on. I'm only teasing. I love you looking after me. In fact, you can hang up my uniform. Otherwise, it'll be a mess in the morning. Yeah, it is a bit of a mess, isn't it? Well, what are we going to do tonight? Eat out or stay at home? Please say stay at home. I don't think I'm up to going out. Vera? Oh, I can't eat anymore. You know, I must have one of the best landladies in town. Food's one of my biggest vices. That must be one of the best meals I've ever had.
What other vices have you got?
You?
Be serious for a moment. There must be such a lot we don't know about each other.
Ah, you want to know all my dark secrets, huh? All right. I drink, smoke myself stupid, gamble away all my hard-earned cash, and chase around with loose women. You're serious, aren't you? All right, I've cut smoking down to about 10 a day. I have the occasional social drink, the odd bet, but I wouldn't know one end of a horse from the other. Now, what is the matter?
There was a TAB ticket in your jacket. Margot Gaffney said you placed a bet for her. Is it true?
So that's what this is all about. Yeah, I placed a bet for Gaffney, so what?
Oh, Terry, that's trafficking. You know the rules.
Oh, come on, don't be so dramatic. It's no big deal. Anyway, there was a good reason for it.
There can't be any reason for trafficking.
Oh, no, wait just a minute. What about you? You're the one that makes deals with the prisoners that you have no intention of keeping.
That was different. I needed to prove that Smith was faking her amnesia.
And I want Gaffney on side, so if she's got any information, she'll give it to us. Now, I really don't see there's any difference.
It is different. It's wrong.